Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Packernet Podcast. I am your host and resident fanalist, as always, Ryan Schlip. Check us out online. Blah, 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 blah. All right, it's halftime, just for context. Please be quiet, stupid Hulu. I don't know how this game ends. I have no idea. It's halftime. Two major thoughts here. Number one, this team feels like a team that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. The whole game, even in the beginning, I'm watching it going, yeah, that's nice that you're quote-unquote dominating, but you have to actually do something with it. I'm so tired of hearing about how elite the Packers are when we're up by 7 or up by 3 or whatever. Nobody is elite. Nobody is dominating when you're barely winning a football game. By my count, we have 4 offensive penalties already. Of course, they're consequential penalties. It takes us out of scoring range and does all these kinds of things. 2 weeks in a row now, the only other thing I can think to say is it feels like Matt LaFleur and Jeff Hafley have kind of just been figured out. And I don't know that. That's not a statement of fact, but it's how it's starting to feel. Because as far as the defense is concerned, what I'm noticing is the pass rush is irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant. It doesn't matter because every time I see Micah Parsons on the field, I watch him. He goes out there and he wins, but by the time he can get there, the ball's already out. Everybody just gets the ball out immediately, and we can't cover, and so they just dink and dunk their way down the field. And as far as our offense, I mean, the offensive line is still appalling. It's not as bad as last week, but the run blocking is a complete joke. The pass blocking is not, again, it's not as bad, but it's not good. And so we can't run. And again, it just seems like guys are not getting open. I don't know because I can't see down the field, but having seen that was the case last week, and then you've got like one of the worst ranked defenses, one of the worst coverage units in football, and Jordan has nowhere to go with the ball. How is that possible? This should be quite easy. And instead, what are we seeing? We're seeing these gadget plays that aren't going anywhere, and then when we see him try to not do gadget plays, those don't go anywhere. We can't do the hard things. We can't do the easy things. The biggest play of the day was when we had 2 receivers standing next to each other, which obviously is complete slop. We allow the Cowboys to drive all the way down the field, get a touchdown. Then, when we have an opportunity to do something, immediately it doesn't feel good. Jordan almost throws a pick like right out of the gate. And you're looking at it and you're going, there's really not any time. That was really high risk. There is way too high of a chance that, number one, either we turn the ball over or we just go 3 and out, they get the ball and they can score. So why don't we just run the ball out here? And we are able to convert 1 first down, but even then you're looking at it after that screen to Tucker Kraft, and there's just no time. There's no time. We have no timeouts, and it's like, I don't love our chances here at all. Well, what happens? Immediately, you got a strip sack. Dallas gets the ball back. They score a touchdown immediately, and we're down, and Dallas gets the ball out of the gate. Again, I don't know how this game ends, but right now, and by the way, Micah Parsons continues to just sit on the sidelines. We spent $60 billion on a guy who's going to spend the entire game sitting on the sidelines. I mean, we got this weird thing where it's like, well, let's wait until a passing down. Okay, well, on 2nd and 10, Dak Prescott's sitting in the pocket for 45 minutes because there's no Rashawn, there's no Micah Parsons. They're all on the sideline, and now they just converted a first down because you want to be cute and save him toward the end of the game. Well done, because by the end of the game, we're going to be trying to come back down 14 against a team that hasn't been able to do jack squat. So, again, I don't know what else to really say other than it seems like the formula to beat this team has kind of been figured out. The fire for the defense is gone. We saw last week they didn't seem to have the same amount of fire. We're seeing that again this week. Keyshawn Nixon, after getting 1 nice pass breakup, we got a series where he gives up a big play. Very next play, he misses a tackle from a guy that basically ran into him. Somehow he misses it. The very next play, the Cowboys commit a penalty, but he decides to go and hit somebody out of bounds or whatever stupid nonsense he did, which actually nullifies it rather than getting a penalty against Dallas. So he's playing like an idiot. Guys are not tackling. They're not swarming to the ball. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. But they just feel like a team that is constantly trying to give the game away. I didn't even mention special teams. But I mean, what is the point of even getting Micah Parsons if, number one, he's not even on the field, and number two, when he's on the field, we can't devise a game plan that forces the quarterback to keep the ball in his hands. I don't know if it's because we're just deciding that we're just going to run man coverage now and these guys can't handle it or what. Seems like when they run man coverage, you got these little slant routes and our guys can't cover it. When we run zone coverage, they go and sit between our linebackers who just stand there with their thumb up their butt. I don't understand that, by the way. You have Edgerrin Cooper and Quay Walker standing there. They see a guy standing right in between them and they're like, I don't know, that's not my area. Hopefully he doesn't notice he's standing right there because that's going to be a first down with me standing way over here. I don't understand that. We got Rich Bisaccia just trying to ruin my life. 3-point swing because an extra point ends up being a kick return, and it was such an ugly thing that when you watch it back, the guy is basically just standing. He's not even diving. He's standing in front of the kick, just standing there because it was missed so badly that he kind of had to run and stop and wait for the kick to come, and that gets all the way returned. So it's a 3-point swing because we lose a point and they gain 2. And right after that, we got our first round pick, taking punt returns, gets his head knocked clean off. I mean, are we just trying to be stupid? Is it like this football thing is so easy for us that we're just going to try to do stupid stuff? Because, I mean, you know I've been ardent supporter of Matt LaFleur, but I don't know what to do anymore. I'm trying to not use politically incorrect language, but this is a very high level of stupidity. Okay? Everything I'm seeing just seems stupid. And again, I can't tell you what's happening down the field and why the offense isn't able to move the ball down the field because I can't see any of that stuff. But what I can tell you is that nobody else has really had a problem with this defense that supposedly is one of the easiest defenses to go up against. I understand if you're going up against one of the most difficult and potent defenses in Cleveland. Dallas has no pass rush except they're getting through. And they can't cover. And they have banged up DBs and lost their safety, and we still can't get guys open. I feel like a team that just has no idea what to do. They're out there just kind of winging it. That play to Pickens, you got, Hobbs is running past him, just kind of flailing around, and then you got the safety coming in, kind of just running into him, not really playing the ball, not really. I'm thinking it's probably a pick, or he can come in and try to punch the ball out. No, he just kind of runs into the guy. I mean, it's just every little step of the way, like, boy. Everything just feels like it's a coin flip, and it always goes against us, and not just on a luck basis. It also goes against us just on like as far as if you had just put in effort, or done the right thing. 1 pressure so far by Micah Parsons, 0 sacks on his 9 snaps and a half. Well, we got the kickoff coming up here. I think the rest of this is going to be a watch party because I've kind of just given up. If I'm going to stay up late doing the podcast, it's going to be because it's a celebration. If I'm going to have to stay up late and do a podcast, it's not going to be one where we lose. And right now, we are sub 50% to win this game. So the kick is away. We're going to take a break here, and then we're going to do this together as a freaking watch party for the rest of the game. Take a break. We'll be right back. Devontae Wyatt, by the way, ruled out for the game, so losing him obviously helps absolutely nothing. Yeah, and they're going to come out and just run the ball down our throat. And you can just tell by the body language. I mean, they ran at Micah Parsons. Micah just kind of looks like he doesn't want to be out there. He's kind of just like shrugging his shoulders. Yeah, and once again, right out of the gate, what do? We're in man coverage. They run a slant. He's wide open. It was a drop, so that worked in our favor. But, I mean, that was easy. That was an easy, 20? What the heck is wrong with my microphone now? Easy 20-yard gain. Everything's going wrong. Microphone's going to start going. Just beating Hobbs, who, well, I'm not gonna go so far down the road here of just hating everything and everyone, but I don't understand how Carrington Valentine doesn't have a job. Let's just leave it at that, I guess. Well, they did get a stop. We were fortunate with a drop, a penalty, and a a bad pass down the field to get that stop, but I'll take it. By the way, I keep seeing Matt LaFleur was too conservative. What happened that I didn't see? What happened where he was conservative? What is the thing that happened that I'm just not remembering? There wasn't a time where we didn't go for it on like 4th down or something, right? What was the thing we did that was too... I don't know. I keep seeing everybody say Matt LaFleur was too conservative, and I have no idea what anybody's talking about. To not going for it on 4th down? Because we pinned him pretty deep on that. I don't know that we should have gone for it on 4th down there. No idea. I don't know. Nice little start off the... I mean, it's still, not to nitpick every little thing, but drops back, nobody's open, dumps it off to Josh Jacobs. Now, presumably, you take what the defense gives you, and they gave up a lot of space underneath, but, I'd like to see somebody get open down the field at any point in this game. I'm not talking 50 yards down the field, I'm talking 15. Somebody needs to get open between 10 to 20 yards down the field. I feel like I haven't seen that since Washington. Here's Can. Let's see if they run it. Sure enough, Can, and it's a run for 0 yards. Again, a little check down to Matthew Golden. It's a big gain, but they just can't get anybody open down the field, and I don't understand it. Well, in that case, somebody was open. Just the blitz, I guess, scared Jordan a little bit. Jordan sacked. Oh, they're going to throw a flag. Yeah, that's a face mask for sure. But again, like even assuming they're going to make the right call here, and there was another penalty down the field against Wicks, even still, again, Jordan standing in the pocket for 10 minutes, can't find anyone down the field, takes a sack, and we get a break because of a face mask. Now you can say, well, there was holding against Wicks, so that's the problem. Maybe. I mean, do we have anybody else running routes? Did nobody else get open? That was just the one guy that was probably going to get open. I mean, sure, if that's the theory we want to run with. I don't know if Jordan is just starting to, hear footsteps a little bit because they're blitzing, and maybe this is why everybody keeps blitzing all the time, because they know Jordan starts to panic. I don't know. Got a decent run and then an immediate screen to Savion Williams. And look, I appreciate, this is the kind of Matt LaFleur I guess we need right now, which is just chip away instead of trying to drive the ball down the field, but I still don't understand why we can't generate plays down the field. They said it wasn't a touchdown. What a stupid call. Well, we'll see if we can... I mean, there's no reason you don't punch this in. There's none. Unless this is legitimately just a curse. I mean, this is the ultimate test right here. This is an easy touchdown. There's a flag. There's a false start. Oh, my Lord. What a terrible call. He just lifted the ball up. What a stupid call. He just lifted the ball up. This is what you do. What is the center supposed to do? Well, again, we'll see. See if we're just freaking cursed here. Terrible, terrible call. What a stupid thing to do. Oh, he moved the ball forward. He has to snap it backwards, doesn't he, stupid? My Lord. 3rd and goal. Can't run block to save our frickin' lives. Josh Jacobs broke 4 tackles to gain a single yard. Now we got to listen to the announcers talk about, boy, this is a defense here. This is a defense. Let me tell you about this defense. This is a good defense right there. Really? Like the worst ranked defense in football suddenly is, this is defense. Touchdown. Yeah, shove that defense up your frickin' b-hole, buddy. All right, well, I mean, the good news on that whole thing is they went into this, obviously, with momentum very much in the wrong direction. Dallas comes out. They technically get a stop, even though, again, Dallas just kind of did it to themselves. And then they come back and they find a way to drive down and get points, 7. So whatever we want to say about what a slop fest nonsense thing this has been, they responded. And I do feel like, at the very least, we're starting to see the offense. We'll see how the rest of this game goes, start to evolve in a positive way, and that is Matt LaFleur maybe recognizing what's working and what's not. There's a lot more little dink and dunk, dump off type stuff, which, I mean, if that's all they're giving you, fine, especially when you can't block. If that's it, then take it. 4-man rush, none of our pass rushers out there. Dak has 45 minutes to sit in the pocket. Fortunately, good coverage on that play. But man, I hate this whole well, it's 2nd down, so it's not a passing down. Yes, it is. It's the NFL in 2025. 1st and 10 is a pass. Every down is a passing down. 3rd and 6. Let's see if we can ever get some pressure here. Got to cover for more than 2 seconds. Immediate pressure, and there's Valentine giving up a play. So much for Valentine being the frickin' answer to all our prayers. Immediate pressure. and Dak just throws a fadeaway jumper to a wide open guy. Wide open. I mean, you know how tired I am of seeing this? This happened in Cleveland, too. You see the pressure immediately, and you're like, yay! And then he just launches the ball in the air, and you're thinking, there's no way that's going to somebody. And somebody's wide open. Every freaking time. How are you that bad at things? I just don't understand how our coverage can be that bad. Every single time we have pressure, somebody is wide open. I mean, that ball hung in the air for 45 minutes, and Valentine couldn't get there in time. I don't get it. Ball gets out in 0.5 seconds, quick hitter, Turpin, first down. I mean, it just seems easy to beat the Packers. Just throw quick passes all day long. Just quick pass, quick pass, quick pass. Somehow guys are wide open all the time. I don't know how, but it seems easy to beat this team. Neutralize, and whenever the pass rushers aren't out there, that's when you can drop back and pass, and there will be no pass rush. Parsons on the field, so you either run it or do a quick pass. Yep, or run. And he's going to run for about 9 yards. Again, this is easy. I can tell you what they're going to do when they get to the line just based on who we have out on the field. It's also extreme holding on Dallas on that play, but whatever. Another guy wide open middle of the field against our linebackers. It's an easy one. I don't know what changed in the first 2 weeks, because it used to be that we could cover and rush the passer, and now we just cannot cover. So, again, I can't help but feel like we kind of got figured out, and I don't know if we are going to be able to correct this, because this has been 2 weeks, and Halfley clearly can see what people are doing, and he doesn't have an answer for it. And they're on for another first down. I mean, they're getting 11 yards every play now by some guy I've never heard of before, Flournoy. Now we're sending blitzers because our guys aren't getting there in time. And yeah, because of a bad throw and a bad decision by Dak when Turpin had a walk-in touchdown, we get to live to fight another day here. But, I mean, it just seems like either they're going to beat themselves or they're going to score. We're not stopping anything. Micah Parsons is being looked at. I mean, it's unbelievable. Another quick, easy dump off against our linebackers. Edger and Cooper can't make a tackle. Parsons holding his back. Cool. About 5 missed tackles on that play. Edger and Cooper with a miss. Wooden with a miss. I didn't see who the other guy was with the big miss there. Oh, Xavier McKinney. Yeah. Touchdown Dallas. Like I said, I mean, they cannot stop this offense. They just can't. Our defense can't rush the passer. We can't stop the run. We cannot cover to save our lives. I mean, they're literally just doing anything they want to us, and it's just easy moving against this defense. So I don't know what changed from the first 2 weeks to now, but this is not in any way the same team. Well, look, at this point, we're officially in just get out of this with a win mode. We got to get out of this with a win, reevaluate our stuff at the bye, and that's that. But like I said before, the gap between what it means if we win and what it means if we lose is pretty massive at this point. So just need to grind out an ugly win here. Giant play by Jordan. Let's see what the penalty is. Defense. Oh, thank the good Lord. Oh, I was ready to just say all kinds of naughty words. You have no idea. Can. Let's see what he does. It's a run play. It's a big run play. He might go. Oh, my goodness. Well, I guess the good news is the offense is starting to kind of figure out how to move against this defense. Bad news is the defense still has no answers for Dallas at all. So we need Halfley to figure it out here. And everything just froze for me. And touchdown, Dallas. Penalty on the Packers on that play. I believe that's their 10th. Maybe even more. I don't know. I got to say the most shocking thing about this is we started the season seeing one of the best defenses I think I've seen as a Packer fan. And this is, I feel like, one of the worst defensive performances I've seen since Dom Capers was our defensive coordinator. I mean, they haven't made a single play. Not a pick, not a batted pass, not a forced fumble, not a sack, nothing. Zero. They can't get a stop. They can't do anything. Unless Dallas stops themselves with a bad play 3 times, they're just going to drive down. And I mean, they can't even hold them to a field goal. It's just touchdown after touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. I'm at a complete... I mean, it's 2 weeks in a row. I'm at a loss. I don't know how to explain the offensive line last week. I don't know how to explain the defense this week. I mean, it's more than just the defense, but I genuinely don't have any answer as to what could have made something so good become so bad in a week. In a week. My goodness. Well, that was a incredible play by Jordan Love and Romeo Doubs. I'll say this, and I guess this is just part of the thing. It doesn't need to make sense, but there are some people who are, as usual, criticizing Jordan Love. I have no idea what in the world anybody's talking about criticizing Jordan Love. I think he's played really, really well. I saw some people were complaining about him as far as the turnover. I have no idea what did he do wrong? The ball got smacked out of his hand when he was going back to throw. Seems to me that's an offensive line problem when a guy's there to hit the ball as you're trying to throw. I mean, he is, again, played as well as he possibly could given the circumstances, and I think even that, we're talking about just a good performance, period. So we at least have that going for us, which is an important component, but we got to figure out the defensive piece here. Hafley's going to have to make some adjustments at the bye week. Well, the other way to view this is officially a playoff game for our offense. I mean, I don't know what to say about the defense, but they've been put into a playoff situation here, and guys are making plays. Emmanuel Wilson with several really good moves to keep that alive and get a first down. I mean, guys are showing up and making plays. You know, I mean, it's like there's nothing here. The drive was dead, and you have a great connection between Jordan and Romeo. Then the next series, again, we're dead in the water. Nobody opened down the field. Jordan dumps it off, and Emmanuel Wilson makes guys miss and gets a first down. I mean, that's how I have to view this at this point, is this is officially playoff football. All right, I don't think we took our second break. Why don't we just do that now? There's about 2.5 minutes left. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Oh, wow, and we just caught a break there. Wilson with a drop. Leofau comes in, pops the guy late. Jacobs with a beautiful rumbling run. The biggest concern at this point, it's going to take us down to the 2-minute warning, is assuming the Packers get a touchdown here, the timing is not looking great for us. Extra point becomes critical. I believe that puts us up 4, but one step at a time here. Well, a couple of garbage plays puts them in a 3rd and 10. This becomes obviously pretty critical. If you kick a field goal here, you can't feel good about your chances of stopping them from getting a field goal. Hits Romeo Doubs again. Oh my goodness. Is that 3 for him? And a big return. Couldn't just kick it out of the end zone. We got to kick it to one of the best returners. Just kick it to him, see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky. How stupid. Well, at least we took, 4 seconds off the freaking clock? That's so helpful. Thank you. This elite defense gave up a touchdown in about 5 seconds. This is unbelievable. This is shockingly embarrassing how bad this defense looks. Packers 43 seconds to drive down, get into field goal range, and tie this up. Valentine with just one of the worst, ugliest missed tackles. I mean, they put in Valentine because Hobbs looks terrible, and Valentine looks worse. I mean, this is terrible. I guess Hobbs got hurt, whatever. He's terrible. Well, we're down to 35 seconds now because that kick return took way longer than it should have. Beautiful first play to Jacobs. Gets down to the 49 and out of bounds. Not that it's that big of a deal. We have 3 timeouts, but still beautiful. Gain of 23 on that first play. Just throw a touchdown. Just end this right now. Beautiful play to Heath. That gets us at least a shot at a field goal. Well, Packers kicked a field goal to tie it up. It was beautiful. We are officially in overtime. Big return comes back. Our kicker's shaken up. This would be a great time to get a big stop by our defense. How about one stop? When did Edgerrin not become a good football player? I don't understand this. He gets right down, shoots through the hole. Classic Edgerrin Cooper play, and he misses the tackle. Cowboys 5 touchdowns in the last 6 possessions. 7 touchdowns total in their first 3 games. This is pathetic. All right, we got a 3rd down coming up here. Please, boys. Frickin' wide open, and it's Valentine again and Pickens. I mean, wide. It's one of those plays. You see the ball in the air, and there is not green anywhere on the field. I don't understand how this keeps happening. Why is the coverage so bad? I mean, it's just the coverage we're playing. I don't know if he got too deep or what. Just frickin' crazy. This is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this in my freaking life. Quarterback's just throwing the ball away as he's being hit, and it's a catch down to the freaking 4-yard line as Keyshawn just stands in the end zone and watches it happen. And we got Micah Parsons on the sideline. Bro, it's overtime. It's overtime. I mean, do we really need to be taking breathers right now? And, of course, on that play, Micah's screaming for a flag because he's being held the whole time, which doesn't get called. But I guess we don't call that. I mean, the guy gets... You call holds on Micah, you might as well just call holds on every play. So they just figure, why bother? Going to come out and kick a field goal. Micah saves a touchdown, comes out, gets held. They don't call it because, again, they never call a holding against Micah. So we're hoping for a miracle here as a missed field goal. Otherwise, Packers go down and finish this on offense. I mean, I guess we'll call that a stop on defense. Congratulations. And no penalties, please. I think I'm going to sleep for a month after this game. How in the world do you not throw a flag on that play? That's unfreaking believable. I feel like that just cost us the game. It's 4th and 6. We'll see how it goes. But that was blatant pass interference. Yeah, with the amount of flags, every play is a flag, and you let that go? Golden is golden on 4th down. My goodness. Big, strong run from Emmanuel Wilson there. Another nice run from Wilson. I feel like we maybe got this defense a little bit drained. I think we just, keep running it down their throat if you're going to get 8-yard chunks here. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll take that. At this point, I'll take it. I will take a 40-40 tie. Plenty to be upset about in that game, but I'll tell you, by the time the game was over, I kind of am joining in on where the announcers are at in that was a fun game. As much as we don't want it to be a fun game because we want our defense to just shut them completely down, it was a fun game. It was a game that I feel like we haven't watched in a long time. I made a comment on social media. It feels like I'm watching the 2013 Packers where you have peak Aaron Rodgers and kind of bottom of the barrel Dom Capers defense. Look, I don't have any profound thoughts on it. Obviously, that's not good enough for the defense. Obviously, we're going to have to make some adjustments and do something better. Dallas has a good offense, but that's not a good enough excuse. But, no broad sweeping things. And obviously this performance wasn't good enough by the defense, but it was also the first bad performance by the defense. I think the offense came around. Jordan looks great. Jordan looks fantastic. The receivers look amazing. Dobbs is looking great. The run game still isn't working. The penalties are still too much. And, defense just didn't have it. But, again, that was our first defensive stinker. So we got to have Hafley kind of sit down over the bye week and kind of reconfigure some stuff and see what we can figure out. But wasn't the result we wanted. We felt like we needed to come out of there with a win. Didn't get it. We are no longer top of the division. I don't think there's any real reason we can claim to even be. We can play that whole, we beat the Lions. I don't think there's any way in the world the team that played the last 2 weeks is beating the current Lions team. There's no way. So, but it doesn't really matter. We played them when we played them and we beat them, and that's what matters. The next thing that matters is we gotta do some work and figure out what it is that Dallas exploited and fix it. But away we go. I'm going to bed. It's freaking late. You guys have a good rest of your day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye-bye.